Have you ever stopped to think about who will really be by your side after 60? When we're young, the answer seems obvious. Family, lifelong friends, the people who swore they'd never leave you. But life has a cruel way of flipping the script. Kids grow up, friends drift away, priorities change, and suddenly you find yourself alone, even when you're surrounded by people. Here's the scary part. When you need support the most, you may find it simply isn't there. Not because people don't care, but because their lives have moved on, and that's when despair kicks in. But don't panic, there's a way out. In this video, you'll discover the 6 invisible pillars that will hold you up when everything and everyone seems to let you down. These aren't cliché tips, they're real tested strategies that will give you security, independence, and peace of mind. Because after 60, one thing is certain. The one person you can always count on is yourself. Stick around until the end, because Pillar 1 is a game changer, and if you don't have it, everything else can crumble. Ready? Let's begin. Pillar 1, the secret. No one told you about money. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys something even more valuable: freedom. Imagine waking up one day and realizing you depend on your kid's allowance to pay for your medication. Or worse, having to choose between food and your pills. That nightmare is real for millions of seniors who trusted their family without a backup plan. Richard, 72, thought his kids would bail him out if things ever went wrong. After all, he'd always been there for them. But when an illness wiped out his savings, the truth hit hard. His kids were drowning in debt and couldn't help. The lesson? Your plan B can't be called my children. Here's the secret. Financial stability after 60 isn't about being rich. It's about having enough emergency savings, stable income, and no debt. If you're still telling yourself you'll figure it out, you're playing with fire. The time to act is now. Start today. Cut unnecessary spending, invest in what matters, and if possible, find an extra source of income. Because when the money runs out, so do your options, and your dignity goes with them. Want to know what the next pillar is? It's even more urgent, because without it, all your money could go up in smoke. Pillar 2, the foundation that can save or destroy. Your health. You could have all the money in the world, but if your body fails, none of it matters. After 60, your health becomes a form of currency. Either you take care of it or it comes back with a brutal price. And when that happens, don't expect your kids to perform miracles. The responsibility is yours alone. Carl, 68, learned this the hard way. He was always active, but after retirement, he let a sedentary lifestyle take over. Within 2 years, his legs weakened, his blood pressure soared, and he found himself dependent on expensive medications. His kids tried to help, but they couldn't move his legs or control his diet. The secret here is simple. Small habits make a massive difference. Walking 30 minutes a day, swapping soda for water, getting good sleep. Basic things that seem trivial but are the building blocks of your independence. Ignore them, and you're writing a blank check to hospitals. Don't wait for pain to take action. Get regular checkups, move even when you don't feel like it, and eat like your life depends on it, because it does. Health after 60 isn't about living forever. It's about living well until the very end. And if you think this is important, wait until you hear Pillar 3. Because it's the antidote to something that destroys more seniors than cancer and diabetes combined. Pillar number 3, the silent enemy that's eating you alive. Loneliness. Loneliness after 60 isn't just sadness, it's a slow killer. Studies show it's more deadly than obesity and alcoholism. And the worst part? Your family may love you, but they can't be your only company. Your children work, your grandchildren go to school, and you're left there, waiting for the phone to ring. Margaret, 73, spent 2 years in that trap. She thought occasional visits from her children were enough until she realized she was talking to the TV more than actual people. Everything changed when she joined a senior dance group, laughing, chatting, feeling part of something. That is what kept her alive. Here's the hard truth. Friends are just as vital as medicine. And no, it's not too late to make them. Churches, community centers, arts and crafts classes, every place is a chance to start again. You don't need to be the life of the party. You just need to leave your isolation cell. Invest in relationships the same way you invested in your savings. Set coffee dates, call old friends, push yourself to go out even when you don't feel like it. Because every shared laugh adds another year to your life. And every day locked inside is one step closer to depression. But pay attention. If you think loneliness is dangerous, Pillar 4 will shock you even more, because it reveals why so many seniors wake up asking, why do I still exist? Pillar number 4. The secret reason why some seniors live to be 100. Purpose. A 70-year-old man who plants trees knowing he'll never sit in their shade. That's the power of purpose. After 60, life can feel like a desert with no goals. You're no longer the provider dad or the essential professional. And if you don't find a new direction, depression comes with sharp claws. George, 70, retired and fell into a void. Then he started teaching math to underprivileged kids. Suddenly, he wasn't some useless old guy. He was Mr. George, the teacher. That gave him more energy than any vitamin. Purpose isn't a luxury, it's oxygen for the soul. It doesn't have to be something huge. Tending a garden, writing your memories, cooking for your neighbors, anything that makes you wake up thinking, today I'm going to do X. Without that, you become a spectator in your own life, watching the days pass like a dull movie. Ask yourself, what makes me feel needed? If the answer doesn't come quickly, try new things. Volunteer, take a class, even get on social media to share your wisdom. Aging with purpose means aging with fire, not just breath. And once you master this pillar, get ready for pillar 5, because it's the secret weapon against the hardest blow of old age. The one neither money nor family can fully protect you from. Pillar number 5. The secret weapon against the hardest blow of old age. Emotional resilience. When you lose your spouse after 50 years together, or when a medical diagnosis changes everything, no amount of money in the world can fix it. That's when emotional resilience steps in. It's the shield that protects your sanity when life hits hard. And believe me, it will hit. Helen, 75, nearly drowned in depression after losing her husband. Her children tried to help, but no. One could feel her pain for her. What saved her? She learned to turn grief into legacy, started a marriage memories journal, and formed a support group for widows. The pain didn't disappear, but it gained meaning. Resilience isn't about being strong all the time. It's about having tools. For when you're weak, therapy, meditation, faith, art, anything that helps you process emotions without exploding or shutting down. Ignore this, and you become a hostage to your circumstances. The secret? Practice before disaster strikes. Cultivate daily gratitude, exercise forgiveness, face small stresses with courage. That way, when the big blow comes, you won't be caught off guard. Your mind needs to be as prepared as your savings account. But if you think dealing with loss is hard, just wait until you discover Pillar 6, because it exposes how millions of seniors are making a fatal mistake that's turning them into dinosaurs in their own lives. Pillar number 6. The fatal mistake, turning seniors into dinosaurs. Lack of adaptability. The world has changed. If you're still living like it's 1980, you're becoming a living fossil. Technology has advanced, relationships have evolved, and those who cling to back in my day are digging their own grave of social exclusion. Adapting doesn't mean betraying your values, it means securing your place in the world. Frank, 78, was bored out of his mind when his bar buddies started passing away. Then his grandson challenged him. "Grandpa, want to see your great-grandkids? Learn how to video call." At first he cursed at the phone. Today, he's got a WhatsApp group with his remaining friends and even dates online. Adaptability is about emotional survival. It means replacing "I'll never learn" with "teach me." Accepting that grandkids don't visit like they used to, but they send memes. Understanding that even the pharmacy has an app now, and complaining won't bring the past back. The happiest seniors are the ones who embrace the new without losing their essence. They use technology to connect, not to replace. They adjust without disappearing, and by doing so, they stay relevant to their family and to themselves. But everything you've read so far falls apart if you ignore Pillar 7, the most controversial of all, and the one the health insurance industry doesn't want you to know about. Pillar number 7, the forbidden secret doctors don't tell you: medical autonomy. Did you know that 70% of treatments after age 70 are based on protocols for younger people? Standardized medicine is stealing your autonomy, and worse, years of quality life. The secret is, questioning isn't disrespect, it's self-preservation. Maria, 82, was taking 12 medications a day until she discovered that 5 were not recommended for her age. She did her own research, questioned her doctor, and with a second opinion, reduced her medication to just 4 essential ones. The result? She could taste her food again, and her energy returned. Medical autonomy means asking for explanations until you understand, demanding treatments adapted to your age, knowing that more meds doesn't always mean more health, considering integrative therapies with proper guidance, remembering that you are the owner of your body. After 60, routine tests should be as personalized as your wardrobe. Slightly high cholesterol might be normal, and occasional pain doesn't require 5 invasive exams. Your doctor should be an ally, not a dictator, but a word of caution. Mastering this pillar takes courage, because once you start questioning, people will call you stubborn. But in the end, there's only one person who lives 24 hours a day inside your body, you. And if not now, when will you start defending yourself? Pillar number 8. The forbidden secret to aging with wisdom. Smart detachment after 60. Hoarding turns into illness, but detaching the wrong way can backfire. The secret? It's not about throwing everything away. It's about knowing what to keep. That closet packed with clutter isn't organization. It's fear disguised as memory. And it's suffocating your present. Laura, 68, spent years keeping clothes from 30 years ago for when she lost weight. Until her grandson asked, "Grandma, why do you keep things you don't use when you could donate them to someone who needs them now?" That was the moment that set her free. She sold 80% and used the money to travel. Smart detachment follows 3 golden rules. If you haven't used it in the last 2 years, you won't use it. If it hurts to remember, it's not a memory, it's a wound. If your kids don't want it, it's not an inheritance, it's emotional trash. But beware, don't throw away photos, letters, or that one object that still connects you to what truly matters. The issue isn't the space things take in your house, it's the space they take up in your soul. Free yourself from dead weight, but keep the seeds that still bloom. And when you do that kind of cleansing, something magical happens. Space opens up for new stories. But be careful. If you think detachment is only about physical objects, wait until you discover what else you need to let go of. These 8 pillars are your invisible armor after 60. How many of us will reach the end of life and realize we spent years carrying baggage that wasn't even ours? That we clung to things, grudges, and routines that stopped us from flying free. Time is cruel to those who insist on living in the past. It becomes a burden that crushes the present and blocks the future. This week, choose one room in your house and do a cleanup. Keep what's useful. For sentimental items, choose just 5 essentials. The rest, donate, sell, or toss. Repeat monthly until your space and your mind can breathe again. And have you identified something in your life that needs to be let go? It might be an object, a habit, or even an old grudge? Share in the comments. What's the first burden you've decided to release after watching this video? Your courage might inspire others to start their own journey to freedom. If this video made you rethink what really matters, leave a like. It helps spread this wisdom to more people. And if you're not part of our community yet, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Every week we bring you powerful reflections to help you live the best years of your life with lightness and purpose. See you in the next video, where we'll reveal how to turn wrinkles into maps of wisdom.